Hello, project managers. Preparing for your PMP? Let's dive into 10 quick questions to test your knowledge. I'll read each question, then pause for best retention. Engage with this short video. Listen, watch, read. One team member is not as active as the rest of the team during a brainstorming session. The project manager has a separate conversation with the team member and learns that the team member is slightly hearing impaired. The team member appreciates the project manager's concern. The project manager then decides to change the time and room for the meeting to ensure everyone can participate. What interpersonal skill did the project manager use? Answer: B. Emotional intelligence. The project manager demonstrated emotional intelligence by recognizing and addressing the team members' needs sensitively. An agile project is running activities to define the minimum viable product. During the session, the project manager identifies some mandatory regulations, but there is no consensus to include these regulations in the MVP because it may extend the duration of the project. What should the project manager do? Answer: B. Get commitment from the team to include all of the required regulations. Securing team buy-in ensures compliance without compromising the MVP. During the execution phase of a project, a top-performing team member approaches the project manager and expresses their desire to explore applying for a leadership position within the organization. How should the project manager deal with this situation? Answer: D. Meet with the team member to identify their strengths and interests and support them in developing a career plan. Supporting professional development aligns with servant leadership and boosts motivation. As the project progresses, the team is not performing at acceptable levels and in accordance with the key performance indicators that were set at the beginning of the project. How should the project manager resolve this? Answer: C. Conduct team-building exercises. Team building enhances cohesion and performance in the managed team process. A company wants to launch a new product for customers. The project for this new product is in the development phase. Due to an uncertain environment, the project manager has doubts about the feasibility of the project. What should the project manager do in this situation? Answer: D. Validate assumptions using appropriate tools to assess the risks. Assumption and risk analysis determine feasibility under uncertainty. At the end of a project, one of the suppliers is facing financial difficulties and is pushing the project manager to obtain financial, legal, and administrative approval in order to communicate formal project closure and ensure the transfer of liability. What should the project manager do next? Answer: D. Compare the achieved results to the contract requirements. Procurement closeout verifies obligations before closure. A team is the first team in the company to use agile methods for a traditional project. The team's manager is concerned that the risks are not being managed. What should the team do to assess and manage risks regularly? Answer: C. Use regular feedback loops through daily stand-ups, iteration demos, and retrospectives. Inspect and adapt cycles continuously address risks in Agile. A project manager has been assigned to lead a project with limited funding and resources. During the requirements brainstorming session, several stakeholders request a long list of requirements for a new project which exceeds the budget. What should the project manager do first? Answer: B. Host a requirements workshop and ask the stakeholders to prioritize the requirements based on critical needs. Prioritization focuses limited resources on critical needs. A flagship project is sponsored by the CEO and has a critical go-live date. The project's product requires a regulatory review and approval before it can go live. The CEO instructed to allow only 2 weeks for regulatory approval in the schedule. However, the director for the regulatory liaison indicated 6 weeks was a more realistic timeline. What should the project manager do? Answer: B. Meet with the CEO and the director to discuss and register it as a major risk if agreement cannot be made. Facilitate alignment and document discrepancies as risks. During a weekly status update meeting with the project management office, the assigned project manager notices some stakeholders raise concerns about the implementation plan, even though the status was regularly communicated to all stakeholders. What should the project manager do? Answer: B. Schedule a meeting with the stakeholders to assess the root cause and update the plan. Root cause analysis and plan updates restore buy-in. That's your quick PMP prep. You'll pass with flying colors. Follow for more PMP tips. Thanks for watching.